And we are live. Welcome to the process. It is Tuesday, November 1st. Switching months today. I am Josh Engleman, here to break down a quick one. 4-game NBA slate. Going to be easy for today. Before we get started, you guys know the drill. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me at Josh Engleman on Twitter. That is the place to get the updates to my sim results. Good morning to everybody in chat. Good to have everybody here. Hope you had Paul George for that explosion last night. I did, just didn't matter. Didn't have anything else of value. Thumbs down, Domantas Sabonis. Thumbs down, Jalen Smith. But we're on to the next one. It's fine. Gonna be a good day. A little tired. Excited for coffee. Not too much to say for yesterday's games. Just kind of was. Took a look at my results. Took a look at Adams. They were both not great. So that's really all that matters there. I kind of like this slate. 2 7:30 games, an 8 o'clock start, and then one late night hammer. But the late night hammer is Minnesota Phoenix, which is an actual good game. Yeah, Brandon, my slate did not go well. I hope yours did, or at least I hope somebody in here did. I didn't even have anything sniffing the top. I wasn't even in the ballpark. Not enough OG. Had a lot of Harden, which was great. That got off to Harden and Sabonis both got off to a great start. I had a ton of both of them. Ultimately, Sabonis didn't matter, but just not enough of the good stuff. OG really hurt me. Oh well, what are you gonna do? I kind of just want to get into it. I'm really thirsty for coffee. If I'm being honest to you guys. Never enough OG. I agree. I don't know if I bumped him or didn't bump him enough on the Fred VanVleet news because I had a bunch of Siakam. I had Barnes and I had Trent. I just didn't have OG, and he was the one that did it. But we're going to move on to the next one. That's all we got to do. So, like I said, hit that like button if you haven't done it already. But I got my coffee. I hope you do as well. If you don't, that's fine. If you got a coffee, tea, water, beer. I overate snack-wise last night, so it's definitely not a crunch wrap this morning. It's definitely not a sausage McMuffin with cheese day. Although, I don't know if anybody else has Publix around them, grocery store. We got pre-made dip section, and they've got like their own house brands. And they got a pretty good buffalo chicken dip. They got another one that's good. I saw a spicy sausage dip yesterday, which I found very interesting. Tried it out. It's blah as a dip, nothing too crazy. I think it would be exceptional as a light topping on top of a sausage McMuffin, because it's basically just like a lot of cheese and sausage flavor. You put that on top of the sausage McMuffin. I think that would be very good. So just in case anybody hasn't tried it, go check it out. That said, coffee, tea, water, beer. Hit the joint today. That's kind of what you need to do. Yeah, Rob, that seemed like what was necessary. It seemed like it needed to be heated up. I felt like if it melted over top of a sausage patty, it would be really good. Coffee. Rise and grind, everybody. Rise and grind. Time to get this one started. Cheers to everyone. Somebody's winning some money tonight. I can feel it. Oh, first sip of coffee is the best part of my day. Now, second best part of my day is talking to you guys about BetMGM, presenting sponsor of the process. If you click the link in the description of this video and head on over to BetMGM, 1, I need you to be in a legal betting state. 2, I need you to have not signed up at BetMGM yet. If you match both of those criteria, make a small deposit, enough so that you can put down $10 on any NBA money line. If you do that, you will win $200 in free bets. I can basically guarantee it. You just need someone in that game to hit a three-pointer, and that happens every single day in every single game many, many, many times over. So $200 in free bets so long as you follow that link for BetMGM. All righty. We're going to go ahead and move that window and that window. I already turned down the music, so I'm already ahead of the game from yesterday. I think we can go ahead and get this bad boy started. First game up on the docket for today. Where'd the comments go? There they go. Brandon, I am never on DraftKings looking at those notifications. And never prepared to enter a head-to-head. But I appreciate you. I do see them. Kenny, I saw that tweet, man. That sucks. That sucks. To have a non-Paul George lineup there, that's a tough beat. But he crushed. So, no surprises. Rob, you lost me on sun-dried tomato chicken salad. I didn't lead you in the right direction with spicy sausage dip. Happy to have you here, Brandon, for real. Let's get into the Bulls. Q tag on Dosunmu. Q tag on Zach LaVine. No Lonzo. No Andre Drummond. Q tag on Kobe White. So we're not exactly starting this one off in a situation where we're going to feel very comfortable, but we are going to start it from scratch because that's just an easier thing to do. I have to assume that everybody is here and playing. Yeah, Fred, that's a good point. Yeah, the Jazz just keep winning. I don't entirely understand what they're doing, but interesting to see. Okay, Vooch playing, 32 minutes a game. Those minutes are certainly more steady when Andre Drummond is not healthy. They actually, even with Dosunmu out, they didn't go to Tony Bradley, which I think is kind of crazy. And against Brooklyn, they don't need to go to Tony Bradley at all. It's not as if Brooklyn's starting Vooch can match up to the Nick Claxton minutes. Nick Clayton, if you read my tweet yesterday, which was not the correct way to spell that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Vooch is a 34-minute guy if Drummond's not healthy. Like, they're just going to want him out for most of it. Speak of Adam, what is he doing up at 6:39? There he goes. Adam Scher awake right now. Not entirely sure why. All right, so we get Vooch's minutes in. We'll get DeRozan in for 35. I'm going to assume LaVine plays. I mean, he sat the front end of the back-to-back, played on the 29th, 2 days off. No reason to suspect Zach LaVine isn't playing. He's been averaging, 34 minutes a game, 33 minutes a game, something like that. Leaving the club, just got home. Yeah, you guys know the drill. So, assuming Dosunmu is in, he's going to play 30 minutes. The question then becomes, I guess they're going to go back to bigger minutes from Patrick Williams on the 29th. What kind of rotation was that against Philly? Yeah, I mean, I think that's just going to be Patrick Williams playing bigger minutes. Maybe not bigger minutes, but are they just going to did they go to Patrick Williams at the 5? So they did. So Patrick Williams, Caruso, LaVine, Dragic. I mean, technically Derek Jones Jr. too, I guess. And then when Vooch was off in the second half, Williams was out there with Caruso, LaVine. So they ran a very specific second rotation when Vooch left the floor. So I think we get a little bit of time of Derek Jones Jr. at the 5. And then, Yeah, I mean, it looks like Derek Jones Jr. was the straight backup to Vooch. So I'm going to give him 14 minutes. I think we're going to have to get, 28 out of Patrick Williams. There you go, toasted biscuits. I can't even talk. Yeah, I think 20. I mean, he played the full rotation, but then let's look at the 28th. Because I think that's probably the more interesting piece. They lost by 5 to San Antonio. Williams didn't play at all in the fourth quarter. It was competitive. They ran a truly random fourth quarter rotation. He played 5 minutes to start the game, started the second quarter, played another 4, played 6. That's 11. 22-minute pace in the first half. I mean, I really do feel like they don't have any interest in closing with him, but I don't really know who else it would be. And if one of Dosunmu or Levine or Kobe White is out, then I think he's just going to play those minutes no matter what. Let's fill out the rest of this team and figure it out. So we're going to say Kobe White is the backup point guard. And I'm going to give him 18 minutes. We need to give Alex Caruso a pretty sizable chunk of time. Now, Caruso started in place of Zach LaVine on the 28th. And then started in place of Dosunmu on the 29th. But if those guys aren't out, then he's not starting. And when he's not starting, he's not playing that sort of time, which he should, but it's neither here nor there. So I'm going to go to 22 minutes for Caruso. I guess Javonte Green is the last guy. He just needs we're going to need 2 guys maybe. Javonte Green and Dragic. So we're going to go Dragic backup point guard run. Kobe White backup shooting guard run. Now I get 33 minutes to Levine. Then I can move DeRozan up a spot. Now it all makes more sense. Okay, so Patrick Williams, now I don't actually think is going to play 28 minutes. Because if I want to, maybe we take him down to 26. So I'm going to go 24. And then I can get Javonte Green in for 14. Doesn't feel like the right amount. Probably going to take 2 away from Caruso, assuming everybody's in. It's a tough rotation for the Bulls. Just something like that. I don't know why they don't play Caruso more either. Now, we need to change rates because all of those rates are based on Zach LaVine being out. So let's grab the updated Chicago rates. So what we need is Lonzo Ball off. And games that Vooch played, Levine played, and DeMar DeRozan played. Boom. Got it. And these are quick rates because we only really have to project. I mean, we have to pay attention to the down the line guys just because of it being a 4-game slate. But we've got a lot of sample of no Lonzo here. It's DeMar DeRozan at 31.5% usage. It's Zach LaVine at 27.5% usage. It's Nikola Vucevic at 23.5% usage. And then Dosunmu in these cases is at 13 and change, which is where it comes up. But nobody else really gets any usage. Kobe White does, and that's fine. Dragic has only played 58 minutes. He does maintain his general usage. He won't matter all that much, at least I don't think. Everything else just sort of funnels into place. We do need to think about assist rates, however. Internet streams. I can't agree with you. YouTube is great. Thank you for allowing me to have this show, YouTube. Don't want to piss off the overlords. All right, DeRozan, when there's no Lonzo Ball around, 6.5% assist rate. Don't have to touch anything. Levine, a little over 6.5. That'll work. Vooch is around 5. That'll work. Don't have any other changes that I want to make here. So rebounding, and then we can take a look at team number 2. Yeah, like that video, by the way, guys. I haven't said anything about that yet. And we're at 132 viewers, 42 likes. We're going to have a hard time running down 100 likes at 7 o'clock if we only have 44 right now. All right, rebounding. DeMar, no changes. Zach LaVine, no changes. Vooch, give him the bump. That's it. All right, so that's the Bulls. I don't expect it to look like that. They are 2-point dogs in Brooklyn, 233 total. Now, we're supposed to get Ben Simmons today, since he sat yesterday. I'm not totally confident in that. But Ben Simmons is questionable. Seth Curry is probable. Joe Harris is doubtful. So we're going to do a whole other rotation here for Brooklyn. Obviously, Brooklyn on the back-to-back. We just saw this team play, which means this is going to be pretty cut and dry. Also, note the minutes that Kyrie's playing. I mean, he played 42 here on the back end of a back-to-back in OT. He went 43 last night in regulation. I mean, I'm going 38 to Kyrie right away at the point guard spot. Durant is playing like a minute and a half less than him. I am going to go 36, 37 to Durant. Now, we can project Ben Simmons in, and I have no reason to suspect he's not playing 32 minutes today. Claxton's minutes seem to be around 25. All right, so we're looking good so far. Royce O'Neal is also playing the same sort of 37 minutes that KD and Kyrie are playing. We're not going to have Joe Harris, but we are going to have Seth Curry. Seth Curry's played one game. He played 18 minutes. I can't expect him to play anything other than 20 minutes. We'll do that. Now we have this giant gaping hole at the 3, which I guess technically is Royce O'Neal. Kind of a tough rotation to project here. Like, we know what we're getting from a starting standpoint. And, like, we have to assume Joe Harris isn't playing today. So now I think the rest of this is just scattered grossness. Like, Watanabe seems like he's pretty set into, I don't know, like 12 minutes. And then it's all additional guards. So we need to give Patty Mills his run. He's basically not playing right now. They are giving more minutes to Markieff Morris, but that could just be a Simmons thing. Edmund Sumner seems to play like 12 minutes a game. David Duke plays from time to time. I mean, this is just, I've got 39 minutes to go, but it's all going to go to no one interesting. So let's go 12 to Patty Mills. Let's go 10 to Patty Mills. And then I want to split 29 minutes, 14, 13 to two different guys. So we're going to go 14 minutes, 15 minutes to Edmund Sumner. No, that makes no sense. We're going to cut these guys even further down. 29. 3 guys at 13 minutes apiece. So there's 13 for Mills, 13 for Sumner. 13 for Day'Ron Sharp, Marcus Morris. I can go either direction there. Doesn't appear to be Cam Thomas. Doesn't appear to be David Duke. Let's go Markieff Morris. Rates don't have to change. I've got Simmons in there the way that I want. I've got Durant and Irving in the way that I want. After that, everything else should be fine. So let's look at game number 1. Chicago Bulls. And I think Vooch is the most interesting play in this game. 7,800 on DraftKings, 8,300 on FanDuel. I think that $7,800 price tag looks really good for Vooch. Minutes upside is there with no Andre Drummond. The price tag works. He's been at 1.2 fantasy points per minute so far this season. If you happen to get Levine out or something, even better. Clearly, you can go to DeMar DeRozan, 8,500 on DraftKings, 8,200 on FanDuel, or Levine on both sites. I don't have a ton of interest in Dosunmu or Patrick Williams. There could be a lot more value here for Chicago. We just won't know that until we get news. The good news for us is that this is a 7:30 game, and we're going to get all of this information before lock. On the Brooklyn side, I love Kyrie at 9,700. I like him more than Durant. Durant, $500 more expensive. These guys are not all that separated. And I actually think Kyrie looks a little bit better than Durant. So I went to Kyrie last night. That was fine. I just need him to keep getting 5 stocks at a time. But I've got Kyrie ahead of Durant. Royce O'Neal, 4,800 on both sites seems fine. Ben Simmons is 6,400 on DraftKings, 6,800 on FanDuel. To me, still quite interesting. Happy to go there. Will be going there. And then Claxton in the mid 5s or high 5s. High 5s. I don't like as good as Vooch. So up to 654 now. Keep hitting that like button. Let's go to game number 2, Golden State Warriors in Miami. 226 total. Warriors are 1-point favorites in this one. Don't think there's too much to talk about here. Golden State, yeah. Clay is in. No DiVincenzo, no Iggy. This is going to be pretty standard stuff. 34 minutes for Steph. 28 minutes for Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole's minutes starting to climb. Played 36 on the 29th in OT. Even if you want to say that it's 30, I think he played all of overtime. He basically did. So maybe I give, Poole's minutes went up, obviously, with no Clay. I might give him 1 extra minute. Nothing too wild. So 34 for Steph, 33 for Wiggins, 29 for Poole. 20. I got 30 for Draymond. That's fine. Clay has played 29 and 32. I got him in for 27, so that actually has to go up. I got to assume Clay's playing 30 now. Mooney in for 21. JaMychal Green in for 18. Going to make that 17. Moses Moody still seems to be like a 15-minute-a-game guy. That's pretty easy to handle. Wiseman's minutes are down for sure. He's going to get cut down to like 14. Kuminga's minutes are basically non-existent. I might even take him out of the rotation in place of Ty Jerome. So let's get Ty Jerome added. Oh, what the hell team do I have Ty Jerome on right now? Houston, evidently. Good to know. Good to know. Sort by team and sort by name. Boom, done. Hope you guys are having a good day. Or I hope you do have a good day, I guess. most people aren't having a good day by 6:56. You haven't had enough time to have that good day. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Kuminga out of this rotation. Didn't play the 27th, didn't play the 29th. Only played probably because Clay was out. That lets me give Ty Jerome 14 minutes. And now I have just 3 random minutes left over that can go to basically anybody. Anthony Lamb, potentially. Can I add him as well? Do I have him on the team? I don't. All right, we'll give Anthony Lamb 3 minutes. Rates don't have to change. This is Golden State. And then Miami, equally as not interesting. Have to imagine. Unless there's Miami news that matters, I think this is cut and dry as well. Yeah. No Oladipo, no Yurtseven. Dedmon back off the injured list. Dedmon had missed the previous 2 games. Wasn't exactly playing a ton before that either. Jovic did leave the rotation, sort of. But Jimmy Butler in for 36. Feel fine there. Bam Adebayo in for 35. I got him in for 34, so I'm actually going to bump him up a minute. That is not something I really needed to do with Bam, but I'll take it. Lowry in for 33 is fine. Tyler Hero in for 34 is too much. We're going to go to 33 there on Hero. Max Strus is now just sort of playing 30 minutes a game, so I can give him that extra minute. That takes him 29. Duncan Robinson basically doesn't play now. Caleb Martin in for 28 minutes. It's probably 1 minute too many. Gabe Vincent in for 20 is fine. I think we're pretty well good here. I'm going to leave Jovic's minutes in there. Actually, we'll give more to Duncan Robinson. That's fine. Rates all stay the same. It's the same thing when all 4 guys are in. So easy game number 2. And a game that I'm excited to watch. As we look at Golden State, there are no priorities here. Steph for 9,600 on DraftKings is a very good price. It's just not a great matchup against Miami. I think I like Clay the most on DraftKings at 5,500. Same on FanDuel. But I don't really like a lot of Golden State. You kind of just pick somebody from their starting lineup and move on. But I think it's Clay on DK. And on the Miami side, so this is a massive pace up spot for Miami. If we look here and I sort by pace, Golden State is 4th in the league in pace. Miami is 24th. So massive pace up spot. Massive pace up spot here for the Heat. And it shows. Jimmy Butler is 8,400 and 8,600. Looks incredible. Bam Adebayo, 7,400, 7,900. Looks semi-incredible. That dude is killing me, but how over-projected do I have Bam? What has he done? What have they done just this year? Miami Heat. I got to look at the rates. Games that Bam Adebayo has played. Because I want to see if I'm off at all, I will make the tweak, but I don't think that I am. At which point, he does look incredible. So Bam's played 246 minutes this season. He's got a 23% usage rate. I got him in at 22.5. So I've under-projected slightly Bam's usage for this year. That works for me. He has a little over 4 assists per 100 possessions. So I am going to bring that down to 4.5. And then from a rebounding perspective, defensive rebounding, 8 of every 100 possessions. I have that at 11, much higher. I'm going to take that down 1 notch as well. But still, Bam looks really good. I like Kyle Lowry for 6,100 on the DK side, 6,500 on FanDuel. BP, I've got Bam at 1.17 FanDuel points per minute, which is right around his baselines. Pace up spot, so it should go up, obviously. Tyler Hero looks okay on both sites, 7,200, 6,900. I think the value looks a little bit better on FanDuel. Max Strus is $400 cheaper on FanDuel. Caleb Martin is $400 cheaper on FanDuel. But I really like the Heat. That worked out quite well for me this past Thursday. The Heat were the driving force in me picking up some scratch and almost winning. I was very heavy on Bam and Butler on Thursday when I finished third. So looks like I'm going straight back to Miami. All right, let's go to game 3, Orlando OKC. We did get word yesterday for Orlando. Cole Anthony is going to be out for an extended amount of time. He has a right oblique tear, so that's not good. Jalen Suggs actually questionable with that ankle sprain. They desperately need him back, or anybody. He has been out for the past 5 games now. I know he has a lot of ankle problems. We have to assume that he's playing today. I am going to gut this entire rotation and start from scratch. We have no Fultz, no Harris, no Isaac, no Mo Wagner. But for now, we have to assume that Suggs can play. But if he does play, I don't think that he's playing a ton of minutes. Like, he could start and potentially not close. I actually think it's more likely that he comes off the bench. I don't think that they can just throw Suggs into the deep end here. I just don't think he has it in him. I'm actually going to give him 22 minutes. Wendell Carter Jr. has been playing a standard 32. That works for me. Paolo Banchero is playing like a standard 32. That works for me. Franz Wagner is about 33. That works for me. Terrence Ross, oddly enough, slightly limited minutes these past 2 games. I do want to look at those rotations just to see if it was anything weird. So on the 28th, they won by 20. Ross started. He played 16 minutes in the first half. Normal rotation at the end of the third. Blowout run stopped him. So on pace to play 32 minutes on the 28th. On the 30th, Orlando lost by 9 to Dallas. Terrence Ross played 7.5 minutes in the first half. Shorter rotation because the bench played pretty well. Shorter rotation in the second part of the first half, but still got to 5 minutes. Same as Wendell Carter and Franz. Like, no difference there. Didn't close, though. He took a bit of a rotation, and then he left, and they went to Bol in the closing lineup, or they went to some combination of RJ Hampton / Chuma Okeke, which is kind of weird because they were losing. Wasn't foul trouble. Man, that's really weird. Why would you go to Chuma Okeke or RJ Hampton? That won't make any sense to me. I mean, I think 30 minutes for Terrence Ross makes sense. Which means the rest of this should be pretty easy. So we've seen Bol start the past 2 games. I expect him to start here again today. He played 27 and 28 minutes. I'm going to go to 27 on Bol. Mo Bamba also just playing standard issue backup run. Played. I'm just going to have. How are they doing it, actually? So no staggering from Wendell Carter Jr. Banchero runs the second unit. So it was just straight Mo Bamba. Good to know. 16 minutes to Bamba makes it easy. We're going to move some of Banchero's minutes down to the 3. Then the rest of these guys are kind of gross, and you just shrug your shoulders and hope you get it right. Chuma Okeke probably plays like 24 minutes, something like that. I give him more than that. Like that. 24 minutes left. I guess that just goes to RJ Hampton in this case, or Kevon Harris. If Suggs is back, it probably goes to how big is Harris? Kevon Harris is 6'6". So yeah, I'm gonna split those guys. Let's go 12 Hampton, 12 Harris, and I think we're good. We've got Orlando rates in. Do I think that Banchero's usage rate could come down with Suggs out there? I do. Do I think that I'm going to make that change? I don't. I don't know who said it in our premium Discord, but when he got announced as the starter on the 28th, the line was, I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot bowl, and that slayed me. So kudos to whoever said that. 23.5% usage rate for Franz so far. 31 for Banchero. I'm actually going to bump him up another spot. Dude's just doing all of it. Wendell Carter Jr. in there for 20. Suggs played 41 minutes this year. His usage rate was 25. I'm at least locking him into his normal rate, and then everybody else can figure it out from there. But I am more than okay with the rest of these rates. Actually, Banchero assist rate a bit higher than I thought it was. Franz Wagner's assist rate is a bit higher than I thought it was. Suggs, I don't have to touch. I know his is going to be high. Banchero, I don't know why I have a different offensive rebounding rate in. That's fine, though. Banchero, 9.5 rebounding rate. Good. Wendell Carter's at 10.5. Got to bring that down. Franz does not get rebounds. I think I should have looked at Bull's rates too. Bull rebounding like a fiend. That's good. Let's look at Bull's assist rates. Don't exist for Bull. That dude just does not participate in the passing of the basketball. And then Bull usage rate 19.5. So there we go. That's Orlando. And we go to OKC, a team that constantly confuses me. Do we have anything weird going on for OKC? I know there's no Giddey. Yeah, Giddey's still out. Everybody else available. Now, I do like starting these rotations from scratch each week. I think it just makes things work a little bit better. We've had no Giddey for 3 straight games, which means we have everybody else in. The only thing that has changed for Oklahoma City is that Jalen Williams is now back after breaking his face. So we're going to start with Trey Mann, who I think is probably good with like 28 minutes. They did go to OT, he only played 26, but I think 28 for Mann seems right. I do think that 36, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, no, we'll go 35. 35 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander seems right. Lou Dort seems to be like a 31-minute-a-game guy, so we're good there. Did Jalen Williams start on the 29th? No, they went Wiggins-Poku. Did they go Wiggins-Poku? You never go Wiggins-Poku. Wiggins-Poku. Okay. I'm going to assume they do that again then, which, you know, it's OKC. It's weird that they're better without Giddey. It's almost like he's not as good as the stat line looks. All right. Poku played 24 minutes in the start. That works. Aaron Wiggins played 28 minutes in the start. He plays about 28 a game. So I'm going to put it in here like that. The rest of this gets filled out pretty standard issue. We're going to go 20 minutes to Kenrich Williams. How big is Jalen Williams? He's like 6'9", right? 6'10". Okay. So Are we considering him like a backup center? You know, Muscala's back in for 12. I'm going to go. I mean, why did he play so much? Other than the fact that I think they want him to. So he played pretty standard rotations, picked up an extra 2 minutes. I mean, I think they're going to have him play. You know, he played normal rotations. He played about 13 minutes in the first half. Third quarter, 6 minutes and 46 rotation in the third, 5:16. So, yeah, I'm going to give him 24 minutes. And then I'm going to bump Muscala down to the 4 since he's more of a stretch variety. Wiggins can stay there. Baisley then needs 20 minutes. I mean, these guys are just not the right position. How big is Aaron Wiggins? Aaron Wiggins is 6'4", and he's the 4 on this team, ostensibly. That's not how this works. So let's do that. Let's do that. Now let's do that and that. Baisley in for 20 minutes. Now I have 18 minutes left for what? They seem to be running a 10-man rotation. Who needs a bump here? It's not Jalen Williams. It's not Baisley. It's not Poku. It's not Kenrich. Muscala is right. I don't think we see JRE, at least not for anything real. He just played sparingly. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They went 11 guys in real regulation. And then, hilariously, they bring in Isaiah Joe for the final 18-2 run plus OT to win. Isaiah Joe was plus 24 in 9 minutes against the Mavs. Isaiah Joe came in and just absolutely nuked the Mavericks. I'm just going to give Omer Yuri 9 minutes and Isaiah Joe 9 minutes. That's simple. That's simple. Jalen Williams. I do need to look at the rates because I guessed them for Jalen Williams in game number 1, and then he broke his face in 5 minutes. Lou Dort's played every game. Ryan, no. They're not going to do anything like that. This is the regular season. All these guys are just going to play. They're not trying to match up with the Orlando Magic. Lou Dort, 21% usage rate. Sure. Shea, so far this season, 32% usage rate. Yep. Trey Mann is at 22%. Let's lock that in as well. I'm going to get rid of Ousmane Deng's rates because why the hell would I? All right. Is that the wrong Jalen Williams? These motherfucks. Yeah, I think you're... No, I think I got the right one. No, I got the right one. Daniel, I got the right one. I got EN in. That's the one that played. Whew. Okay, what was I just doing? Oh, yeah, Jalen Williams. Where the hell is he? 33 minutes, 21% usage rate, which is kind of what I was expecting. Let the other rates fall as they lie. Nobody else does anything crazy. I guess I should say add player filter. Josh Giddey off. It's going to shorten the sample, at least for this season. Doesn't change anything else majorly. Poku doesn't really do anything from a usage perspective. Assist rate wise, Shea is at 10. That's actually pretty appealing to me. I'm going to bump that up. Would think Trey Mans would be higher. It is. Let's bump him up as well. Lou Dort is not. That's for sure. Don't think I'm changing anything else. And then rebounds. We're really stretching this show today, but why not? What else is there to do? All right, now Shea not really getting any rebounds. Trey Mann not getting any rebounds. Aaron Wiggins rebounding way more than you would expect. I will bump him a bit. Poku, not exactly the best rebounder in the world. Yeah, I think this is fine. All right, that's Orlando OKC. Tough game. On the Magic side, I'm going to Banchero on DraftKings at 7,900. It's a good spot. I mean, he's going to be able to dominate all the usage. I mean, we're talking about a 30% usage guy. You just got to take your chances on people like that. But it's actually an oddly tough matchup against OKC. Their defense has been pretty good this year, and not like through any sort of luck. They just work really hard and create a ton of turnovers. Like, look how similar everybody looks on FanDuel. Wagner, Banchero, Carter, Ross, Bowl, Chuma Okiki as a paydown option. They all look really similar. Coffee's good. Yeah, no pull away other than Orlando and Banchero on DraftKings. And then on OKC, all the Shea on DK. 9,400 is not the correct price tag. This is a guy that's at 1.5 fantasy points per minute so far this season. I got him in at 1.43 for this game. 35 minutes, big usage. He's ultra efficient, huge assist rate. Don't overthink it. I think Shea is probably the best play on DraftKings today that we've seen. I don't even think it's all that close, honestly. Dort, Wiggins, Mann, Poku, Jalen Williams. I think you can go to all of them. Jalen Williams as that paydown option looks pretty nice, actually. Poku having power forward center helps. All the eligibility and stuff on DraftKings is so much better. The prices on FanDuel are so much worse. Williams doesn't get dual eligibility, $300 more expensive. Poku, only power forward, $200 more expensive. Trey Mann, only point guard, $200 more expensive. Wiggins, only shooting guard, $100 more expensive. Dort is $900. Nope, that's bad math. $700 more expensive. Shea will probably be the highest owned guy on this slate, barring any changes that I can tell right now. Maybe I'm missing something, but he looks absolutely incredible. Now, let's close this out. Minnesota taking on the Phoenix Suns. Wolves are 5-point dogs in Phoenix, 228 total. I don't think anything's crazy here for Minnesota other than just not knowing the status of Kyle Anderson and Jordan McLaughlin, which really doesn't matter all that much. We haven't seen Jordan McLaughlin in the past two. Kyle Anderson did play their most recent game, so we need to get him back in there. McLaughlin hasn't played the last two, but I am leaving him in as well. I think that we lose a lot of Naz Reid for Kyle Anderson. If I give Kyle Anderson 16 minutes, that kind of just puts me where I want to be. Edwards for 35 minutes. Yes. Towns for 34. Yes. Gobert for 33. I'm going 32. Daniels for 32. I got 31. I feel okay there. Russell for 31. We'll go 31 there to Russell. Jalen Noel, I got in for 22. I'm going to make that 21. I'm going to make... I'm going to make that 21. I'm going to give Jordan McLaughlin one more minute if he plays. Corey and Prince can get up to 20. We'll go 19 and 18 to slow-mo. Yeah, 18 to slow-mo. 9-man rotation for Minnesota. I feel comfortable with that. Rates, I don't think I have to change. Same starters and everything. It all looks normal. On the Phoenix side, do we have DeAndre Ayton back? Did not play on the 30th, left on the 28th. I assume he's questionable. No, just out. Okay, 3 more games. And then a Q tag on Torrey Craig. Okay, so that's actually helpful. I assume we saw Biyombo start on the 30th. Phoenix. Where are you? Smacked Houston. Started Biyombo. Foul trouble took him out. They went to Jock Landale. They closed with Biyombo. So barring the foul trouble, Biyombo was going to play 30 minutes. I'm going to go 28 Biyombo, 20 Landale. I actually think that I should go 30-18. But you want to keep the possibility of backups and stuff in play. Chris Paul in for 32 is good. Campaign as the backup, 16, good. Devin Booker in for 36, that's good. Mikal Bridges in for 36, that's good. Cam Johnson in for 29, I think that's good. If Torrey Craig plays, great. Landry Shamet plays like 14 minutes. Damian Lee plays like 14 minutes. I mean, Phoenix couldn't be more cut and dry. I don't think that I need to make any rate changes, but I'm actually going to run this team for this year and last year with Ayton not on the floor just to get an idea if anything major changes. But I think that I ran that last time and it doesn't. So let's take off Crowder and Ayton because I think Cam Johnson really does change the spacing. We're going to say that Chris Paul played, that Devin Booker played, and Mikal Bridges played. So that's 3 and 2. Let's see what we get here. Ben, where are we at on likes? 228 viewers, 111 likes. I haven't even been asking. You guys are just fantastic at this. But if you are part of the 50% of people that are in this room right now that haven't hit the thumbs up yet, please do so. That would be helpful. All right. So, Cam Johnson, not the guy that I need to type in here. Campaign probably is. All right, Chris Paul, 683 minutes, no Crowder, no Ayton, 19.5% usage rate. Makes sense. Devin Booker, 795 minutes, 32-2. So we're going to bump up Booker. Bridges is at 14.5. I mean, his usage rate just doesn't matter. Nobody else's probably matters, right? Payne, JaVale, no, doesn't matter. All right, assist rates. Chris Paul's assist rate is stupid high. No Ayton. Wait, what? Oh. Yo, that sucks. Huh. Man, that's shitty. RIP Takeoff. That's a shame, man. That's a shame. So dumb. So dumb. Yeah, I don't think I have any other changes here to make. That's Phoenix. Game's done. Let's look at Minnesota. Wow. I thought Minnesota would look so much better than this. Anthony Edwards at 8,100 or 8K on FanDuel looks good. I don't really like anything else from Minnesota. Minnesota looks like actively not good tonight across the board. They're barely going to show up in this crunch. Phoenix, on the other hand, on the benefit of that pace up spot against Minnesota, because again, I think this is going to be the same situation. Minnesota, third in pace. Phoenix, 25th. Massive spot for the Suns. Love Devin Booker on both sites. 9K DK, 8,900 FanDuel. Chris Paul looks good on both sites. Biyombo for 5K on FanDuel or 5,500 on DraftKings is all right. You know, you can never really go wrong with Bridges. He's just like not that kind of guy. Cam Johnson is okay. It's an interesting slate. Let's run some crunches. Try to get an idea of what this actually looks like. Alrighty. FanDuel. No crunches? Huh. I can't run any crunches, folks. Sorry. Nothing loaded on Fantasy Cruncher right now. Looks like we have to end the show here. My apologies, everybody. That kind of stinks. Sorry, folks. All right, well, let's do this. Let's look at the pivot table with all the boom rates. That way we can at least get a little bit of an idea of what's at the top. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So top plays today, without question on DraftKings, it's Shea. But you get Vooch, Kyrie, Jimmy Butler, Booker, and Bam. Look where that line is drawn right there. 24% boom to Banchero, 29 to Bam. This is your core today on DK. If Locke were right now, Shea, Vooch, Kyrie, Butler, Booker, Bam. Love it. Love it. It's way flatter on FanDuel. There's not anything really pulling away. Jimmy Butler looks good. Kyrie looks good. Vooch looks good. But you don't have those same sort of deficiencies that you do on DraftKings. Well, guys, I think that I need to get out of here because I don't know what else I can do. That's the end of the show, folks. Sorry, no crunches. We'll get optimals and everything out later today. I'll record contenders whenever I can. But for now, let's go full screen. Let's go full screen. It's a good show. I appreciate you guys being here. Fun little 4-gamer. Took the full hour, but sometimes you just want to break down these teams. It's always good to go deeper. Like today, we knock out 8 teams, but we rebuilt every single rotation. So now when they play again on Wednesday or Thursday, we save a little bit of extra time for those big Wednesday, Friday slates. Because we only have a 2-gamer Thursday. We're going to zip through that. I should actually cancel the process show on days where there's 2 games. I know you guys don't want that, and I don't really want to do that, but taking like 1 day every week or 2 to sleep in would be dope. I shouldn't put that in my brain because then I'm going to want to do it. Tomorrow, back with a big one. 11 games. Make sure you're here at 6:30 because it's going to take us, we're going to be here for 90 minutes. You're going to have the full freight for tomorrow. Anyway, that's going to be it. Thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button on your way out the door. Thank you to BetMGM for being the sponsor. You see them on the banner at the top. You see them at the banner at the bottom. Strategy show with Adam and I at 10 o'clock. So tune in, and I'll get contenders run when I can. Otherwise, this has been the process.